Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Now, last time we talked to Tommy Lahom, and now I think we're gonna make our way towards the body hanging in the yard. On the way there, I'm quickly gonna talk to her again, the gardener.
Hello again, officer.
Okay, that's just the stuff we already had. So let's walk into the yard here and see if, you know, if our interactions with the body go well. Let's take a look.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Let's look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Our endurance is oh, right, because we are not healed right now, of course. Let's quickly turn away. And I'm quickly gonna run over to Frit and buy some healing items for our, you know, physical health. And then maybe with a 4, maybe we have a better chance. Then we would have to just roll a 10. That's a little better. So let's give that a shot. Let's go into this.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Let's buy some Dramine.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
And let's get another... yeah, let's get another Dramine.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Thank you for that. And with that, I think we're gonna leave and go back to the body. There we go. Let's quickly heal up. Now with a 4, that should be better. That should be much better now. Also, we could just drink some more alcohol. That would improve it as well. Let's see. Inventory. Let's put the bottle of Commodore Red in here. Oh, that's wrong. Let's... Okay, it's not showing up. That's a known bug. That happens sometimes, that you have to re-equip items. There we go. Now we have it. Physique raised. Very nice. Damaged morale. That's fine. Let's talk to the body. Or take a look at the body.
He still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Let's try the endurance. 28% is unlikely but doable.
As you breathe
there we
in,
go.
The odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Let's step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Let's inspect the boots first.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped of.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals? The material looks out of place here. Knock on the boot, pull on the boot. Let's ask first.
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
Why does my mortal coil need protecting?
Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable. Cast it in ceramic shell. Resist death.
Maybe he was just wearing these boots and there is no rest of the armor?
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
What if they told him to strip before they hung him, to demean him? He could have been walking around naked, just like this for all we know. I'll just go with the first one.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Ka-ching, baby, not to the boots.
By catching, do you mean, let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
What was that about the constabulatory before? You need to push some buttons if you want to recruit the lieutenant in a conspiracy.
No, that's not what I meant. That is what ka-ching means, yes. If this constabulatory is dragging their feet, why not start ourselves before more good men die? Let's go with the third one.
So they don't get shot in the foot? I think our extremities are fine without a dead man's boots.
Oops. Well, no one said it would work. Back to detecting now.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
Definitely.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
These look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Let's knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
Let's swing it.
The metal connects with the same ding. The sound does not appear to get louder.
Did you hear that? A click?
Yes, like dice rolling.
This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally, from plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click. That's the sound you heard. See these lines?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Honestly, that must look pretty damn cool up close. Like this fine, intricate stuff. Almost sounds like some fantasy armor you'd find in like some fantasy RPG, like, I don't know, maybe in Baldur's Gate or like, you know, games like that, where you get like these intricate armor sets. Would be nice to get a closer look at them in a, you know, more precise art style. Not that I have any complaints about the art style. I think Disco Elysium looks amazing. But it would be cool to get a more detailed look in like concept art or something like that.
Like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly.
Oh, we sure as hell are gonna do that. Because it's a bad idea, that's why we're gonna do it.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Grab the boot under your arm.
The stench fills your nostrils, As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
The lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Damn right, Kuno.
Brutal!
What?
Even the mongrels can see you're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
I'm not a homo. Do what? I'm gonna pull his head off, right? Do what?
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
These boots would go super well with my bell-bottom pants. This is advanced enemy technology. We should conduct research into their weaknesses. Are we not detectives? There may be clues inside the boot. You said they're expensive. I thought I could pawn them, earn some lucre. It's that constabulary thing I said before. With the dead guys, I want to protect them. I'm sorry, I didn't even want to take them off. I just thought I should try. They would go well with my bell-bottom pants.
You do understand the boots are steeped in cadaverine odor, don't you?
So are my pants. Can't I just wash them? You're right, I didn't think this through. It was an impulse thing. So are my pants.
You have a point there, detective. You have a point. But
The lieutenant taps on the boot.
there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
What's going to happen to the boots then?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Okay, back off and look at the corpse.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Let's inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What was that? A word?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
I should get a drink.
No, you should not get a drink. You should perform an initial inspection of the victim's corpse. We are on the rope part.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a harbor? I can't come up with anything other than a harbor. I'll go with the second one.
Yes, it looks like they used whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it. They sure wanted him to stay there. The polyester seems strong. How did they even get him up there? Back off and look at the corpse. We're assuming the dock workers from the harbor did it?
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike.
He politely raises an eyebrow.
No, you feel like it was something else. But what?
Makes sense, believably mundane. I feel like it was something else. Don't ask me, I'm just lumbering from one moment to the next. I feel like it was something else.
Yes, it often is. This bed worries me.
They sure wanted him to stay there. The polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands.
In my other playthrough, where I was more on the intelligent and motoric side, I spotted the steel reinforcements and told Kim about it, and he was kind of surprised about it. Maybe he was just playing along and trying to make me feel better about myself, but interesting. So you get to that conclusion whether you succeed in spotting that or not. Interesting.
This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
He points to the buckle tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
He makes a pulling motion. Okay, let's back
The
off.
cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Let's inspect them.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Plausible.
Your fist clenches suddenly.
It will be marked by bullet holes. It will be riddled with disco. It will be riddled with disco.
Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, it disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
Is this a map of the night sky? Is this a microelectronic system? Is this a national pattern? Let's ask about the national patterns. That seems like something that this specific version of my character is most interested in.
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
The pattern does not stir patriotic or religious sentiment in you. What it does is speak to the wounded, limping animal, the male in particular, unable to communicate in anything more than grunts. It's impossible to tell if its advice is right or wrong.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
A sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
A Truget Sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces two metal-capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then,
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
the lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine. What do we need this photo for? Look, I would usually compliment his camera, but since we're trying not to be Kim's friend here, I'm just gonna ask about what we need the photo for.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell, or say nothing. I'll ask to have it.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Let's look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Let's see if we can do this in Inland Empire check. There we go. Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where is that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
I can't get the damn compartment in my ledger open.
The blue heart. Oh, that's good shit. You'll love it. Just press down and fuck it open like you always do. Fuck it hard. Corpopo the clown.
Wow, that one got pretty loud on my audio. Let's hope it didn't completely blow it out.
He means force. It'll work.
Well, great. We're gonna take a look at that after we're done with this. I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you. You are now, but who were you when you were alive? You're now.
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Corpo.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you. Never mind, I wanted to... I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your...
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
Imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
He loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Of course not. The name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just Harry or something. That's right. Harry.
No, it can't be Harry. I refuse.
Good for you.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Corpo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
I don't have anything else to do. This case is all I have. Because he told me to, not towards Kim. Maybe this will lead to something. Something indescribable, unforeseen, miraculous. I'll go with the third one. The clown lips on the corpse appear to smile. The face rotates before you slowly.
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
I hate you, you stink, and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
A deep-sea creature, myself in the bathroom mirror, a baby affected by harlequinism. You don't remind me of anyone. Myself in the bathroom mirror.
There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you will be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks.
Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver area, tiny red lines on the skin above waist level, more like days, Coppo. The clock is ticking. Your liver tells you so.
Enough.
Come back later, Corpo.
Let's squint.
Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dream.
This is another one of the bugged lines where the wrong sound file plays. So I'm gonna read that again. You can come back and look into this face anytime you want. Ask me your little questions, freshen your memory, create associations, remind yourself of your mortality, Copolopo. Let's squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Let's observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why am I doing it?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
Squint harder. His face and hands are pink, thighs too, the rest is greenish. Stop squinting. I don't know either. Maybe I should just stop. You know what? I'm just gonna go in the solving the case direction because that's still something we should do just to progress in the game. His face and hands are pink, thighs too.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
Relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead. I don't know what to think. What do you think? Caballero knows something is coming out of him. He's beaten up. See the bruises? Back off and catch your breath. I mean, I know this doesn't offend him or anything. I'm still gonna pick it because I like the option.
I agree.
There we go.
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently.
Totally dead.
Totally. This Buster's not coming back. Deadity dead, dead, dead. What is dead anyways? This Buster's not coming back.
No siree.
He shakes his head. I don't know what to think. What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck.
He points to his fattened chin.
The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Maybe he was strangled by someone?
Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Something is coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
We got lucky. Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death. Goddamn right, I'm a turn around and yell. We got lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
He's beaten up, see the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
Oof.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Let's back off and catch our breath.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
He stops to think, then checks his notes. I've gone through all the options, so I'm gonna say we've been thorough. Do you have a plan for getting him down?